Good morning, dear students. Yesterday we seen our unit number second. Lost spring means stolen childhood, and this unit's writer is Anis Jung. Okay. In this story, we see yesterday. Writer asked Sahib, "Why are you not going school?" And Sahib said there is no school nearby his home. Yesterday we see our last word was is bleak word. Okay, so let's see remaining summary. After some months of knowing him, here Anis Jung says, after some months she knows his name. The writer asked Sahib his full name. Writer after some times, after some months, writer Anis Jung asked Sahib's name. What is your full name? He said it was Sahib Alam. Writer here Sahib says his name is Sahib Alam. What is the meaning of Sahib Alam? Which means Lord of the universe, means king of king. She felt that Sahib was unaware to the meaning of his name. Sahib doesn't know what is the meaning of his name, and he roamed with his gang barefoot. Barefoot means those who are not wearing chappal shoes on the streets. The author curiously asked why they didn't wear chappals. One replied that his mother didn't bring them down from the shelf. Another said he wanted shoes because they are very poor people, poor children, and they are not able to buy chappal, shoes, anything. While moving across the country, the writer has seen many children walking barefoot. One of the explanations was that it was a tradition and not lack of money. It was a tradition. She wondered if that was just an excuse to explain some people's continuous state of poverty. The author remembered a man from Udupi who, as a young boy, would pass a temple where his father was a priest and pray for a pair of shoes. 30 years later, the writer visited his town, and behind the temple there was the house of a new priest. Anis noticed that the young boy of the priest was wearing shoes. The writer was reminded of the boy who prayed that she should never lose his shoes. The goddess had granted his prayer, as more of the young boys in that place now had shoes to wear, but the rag pickers in her neighborhood still remained barefoot. The writer went to Simapuri on the outskirts of Delhi, where the rag pickers live in slums. Slums means dirty area. Though near Delhi, it seemed miles away because it was not developed. It was home at 10,000 rag pickers like Sahib, who were in fact Bangladeshi refugees, whose families came in India to settle since 1971. They lived in mud huts with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. They had no running water and no drainage. They had no identity, yet they had managed ration cards, so they were able to live at least by food grains. They preferred to live where food was available. Okay, so this unit's summary is remaining. Now let's see this unit. After months of knowing him, I asked him his name. Sahib Alam, he announced. He does not know how, he does not know what it means. If he knew its meaning, Lord of the universe, he would have a hard time believing it. Unaware of what his name represents, he roams the streets with his friends, an army of barefoot boys who appear like morning birds and disappear at noon. Over the months, I have come, recognize each of them. Why aren't you wearing chappal? I asked one. Here, Author says, after some months I asked one boy, why are you not wearing chappals? My mother didn't bring them down from the shelf. He answers simply, even if she did, he will throw them off. Adds another who is wearing shoes that do not match. When I comment on it, he shuffles his feet and says nothing. I want shoes, says a third boy who has never owned a pair all his life. Traveling across the country, I have seen children walking barefoot. Author says, I travel across the country, I have seen many children, those who are not wearing chappal or shoes. They were barefoot. In cities, on village roads, it is not lack of money but a tradition to stay barefoot, is one explanation. I wonder if this is only an excuse to explain away to perpetual state of poverty. I remember a story of man from Udupi once told me, as a young boy he would go to school past an old temple where his father was a priest. He would stop briefly at the temple and pray for a pair of shoes. 30 years later she visited her town and the temple 30 years later I visited, means prison later, his town and his temple, which was now drowned in an air of dissolution. In the backyard where lived the new peasants, there were red and white plastic chairs. A young boy dressed in a grey uniform, wearing socks and shoes, arrived panting and threw his school bag on a folding bed. Looking at the boy, I remembered the prayer another boy had made the goddess when he had finally got a pair of shoes. Let me never lose them. The goddess has granted his prayer. Young boys like the son of the priest now wore shoes, but many others like the rag pickers in my neighborhood remain shoeless. This we have two stories. First, rag pickers, and second is Mukesh, he is Bengal makers. This unit summary is also remaining and unit also remaining. We will see in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.